Hey guys, it's Generalkidd here. How's everyone doing today? So, for today's video, now that the first flight of the Halo Infinite technical preview is over, I figured we'd have some fun and just take a look at all the glitches, secrets, Easter eggs, just little things that maybe you haven't noticed before, and just go over it in this video. So, let's get right into it. So, first one is, you might have noticed that fire extinguishers on most maps are actually, you can shoot them and they'll fall off the wall and they'll actually like kind of leak gas. They won't explode like a fusion coil or anything, but they can be destroyed. Now, the fire extinguisher on the map that's used for the weapon drills, like the one right here, it is actually not destructible. Now, there are other things on this weapon drill map that are destructible, but not the fire extinguisher, so it's a fake one on that map. This next one's a pretty interesting one that I actually didn't know about until quite recently, but on a lot of maps you may notice on some computer screens that they have a little system error going on them, and it's called a Guru Meditation syntax error. That's actually in reference to the Commodore Amiga and subsequent systems as well, where if the computer or game console crashed, it would get a Guru Meditation error that kind of looks like this. And it was basically the equivalent of a blue screen of death that came later in Windows operating systems. And it's kind of used as like a programmer's joke, apparently, like a developer's joke in other applications or OSs. Alright, so for this next one, we have the weapon duplication glitch. This is actually a pretty fun one to do and a pretty funny one that happens sometimes. But if you and another person both hold down their pickup weapon button at the same time as when a weapon from weapon pad spawns, like we just did there, then you will both get it. Now, you're kind of linked together at this point, because it seems like if one player dies, whoever has one of the two duplicated weapons, then the other person loses their duplicated weapon. As you saw there, it just disappeared. But as long as neither of you die, then you can pretty much use it for as long as you want. Now, this next one's a really quick one. This one happened at the beginning of a match for me on the map Recharge, and it was weird. It's just my screen just suddenly went rainbow colored there, and that's like in game. That's not like a recording artifact or anything. That actually happened in game, and it was actually picked up by the game DVR as well. So yeah, just a random weird bug there. Nothing really much else to it. Just wanted to throw it out there. This next one's a pretty interesting one actually, in that when you're weaponless, such as before you start the weapon drill, you can actually do melees. This is the first time in any Halo game where as a Spartan, you can do weaponless melees. But, unlike the elites in Halo 3, where when you play as an elite like the Arbiter in Halo 3, you could do a weaponless melee, but it doesn't do any damage. So unlike those elites, your weaponless melees now actually do damage in Halo Infinite. So you could actually destroy things with it. So it would actually be really cool if we could have like a weaponless, game type in like a weaponless Slayer in Halo Infinite, where it's just everyone just punches each other and that's it. So, anyways, for the next one is a rocket launcher malfunction, and sometimes if you pick up a weapon or if you drop your rocket, as you saw there, see, the rocket launcher just randomly fires for no reason. Nobody was holding it, or nobody was actually using it, and it just randomly fired a shot and exploded. And yeah, it's a really weird random glitch there. And another one with the rocket launcher is that sometimes the rockets are duds and they'll just disappear after you fire the rockets, and just won't do anything. So yeah, a couple of weird bugs there. Not sure what causes them, but it happens occasionally. This next one is mostly on the map Bazaar, and on this map, well, around the whole map, there are a lot of posters, graffiti, and other little Easter eggs or references to either Master Chief or to other Halo games and stuff like that. So we're just gonna quickly look through all these references and Easter eggs. So we already saw that Master Chief poster there. We see a few in-game, in-lore or in-universe brands for food and stuff like that. You see pictures of the map here. Got some more posters here and news clippings, some travel advertisements, and a confirmation that this map is set in New Mombasa, which actually is quite interesting in the thing I'll cover a little bit later in the video. But yeah, so just a few advertisements there, and of course from the multiplayer gameplay trailer we had the giant Master Chief graffiti there. This is kind of in the middle of the map. It's a pretty nice work of art there. And we also have a, I believe this is like a Halo 4 UNSC recruitment poster. And we have a few other like interesting signs here that are in different languages that I can't tell what language those are in, but it could mean something. And of course in this cafe here, there's quite a few interesting messages. So here on these little post-it notes, something that says like the code is ADDQD. Not sure what that means. It could be like referring to some secret code in the game, some button combo. I'm not sure, but it's there's a few interesting messages here on these post-it notes in this cafe. So I haven't really deciphered those yet, but you know, if anybody like happens to figure anything out about that little secret code there, then let me know in the comments down below. I'm definitely very curious what it could mean. It could mean a lot of stuff. Or it could just be nothing, just be random things or a developer joke. You know, who knows? But anyways, moving right along. For this next one, so like I said earlier, this map is confirmed to be set in New Mombasa. And as a result, you can see from certain parts of the map in the distance that the space elevator, the New Mombasa space elevator, is actually, it seems like it's under construction again, as in it's being rebuilt. Or that could just be the ruins as well. But if you remember, during the events of Halo 2 and ODST, the New Mombasa space elevator actually collapsed after the Covenant ship jumped to slip space inside the city. So here it looks like it's under construction again. But like I said, that could also just be the ruins of it. So I can't really tell. It's a little hard to tell, but I think a lot of people have said that it is indeed under construction again, being rebuilt. Now this next one I actually covered in the video a couple days ago. So on this map, on the screens, and I think on a few other maps as well, but on some of the screens there are there's like a message written in binary code on these screens, and in that video I actually called upon like the community to like help decipher it, because I did run it through like a couple translations and it did get some output, but you know, we need more people to like try to figure it out and try to decipher it. So we've actually made some progress, but I'll cover that in a separate video, not this video. But I just wanted to put it out there that there's some binary code messages hidden on the screens. This next one's, you know, one you probably noticed, but it's a pretty funny one, that fruit can be destroyed, but the effects of destroying the fruit, as some people pointed out on Twitter, aren't, you know, the most amazing effects compared to like other games like Call of Duty. But no, that's not really a huge deal anyways. For this next one, when you get killed while like mid-clamber or mid-animation in that case, your body just kind of freezes in place. It doesn't ragdoll or anything, it just gets stuck there. And it actually stays there until like someone else moves it. And by move it, I don't mean like not shooting it doesn't do anything, but like you'd have to like melee it or throw a grenade or explosion nearby. And on top of that, there's also seems like a rare like blood particle effects glitch, where sometimes if you shoot it in the distance, like a body in the distance, the blood splatter, it just becomes like those you know, like those opaque squares, which seems to be like some kind of particle effects glitch, like it's just not working correctly or not rendering correctly. Next one is a lot of maps are quite ambient, have a lot of ambient creatures now, and the rats have finally returned, just like in Halo 3. But these rats are a lot harder to kill, as you can see. It's they run really quick and they evade very quickly, but they are actually still killable. And of course, other creatures throughout the other maps are also killable as well. It's just quite difficult for some creatures. So yeah, they are killable. And same with these chickens on this map. I don't know, these are like alien chickens or something, space chickens. But anyways, one funny thing about killing the chickens on this map is that if you grapple hook a chicken, it actually kills it. Yeah, so it's a funny thing to keep in mind there. Next one, on the map Livefire, the training dummies on this map, as you might have noticed, they're all brutes. Now these training dummy brutes, their armors can actually be knocked off. The armor pieces, not the dummy itself, but just the pieces of armor that are on it. They can all be, each piece can be individually knocked off. You can pretty much knock off all the armor. And it's a little interesting detail there. Even the chest pieces can be knocked off, although just looks like just the armor plating can be knocked off in that case. Also on this map is Noble 6 helmet references, and you can find it in quite a few places on the map, such as this the screen listing all the new recruits. If you look at the top of the screen, you will see the Noble 6 helmet, and you can find that on a few other places on the map as well. And on this map, there's actually a couple funny warning signs, and these signs, one is like over here on the edge of the map. It'll say like restricted area, and it says do not enter without active Mjolnir, which means only people wearing Spartan armor can enter, which means it's probably like a very dangerous course, I guess. And the prerequisite to enter is to have Spartan armor on. So for the last one we'll be taking a look at in this video is the Sergeant Johnson reference on this map. So this whole training ground, this whole academy here, is named the Avery J. Johnson Academy of Military Science. That is obviously a reference to Sergeant Avery Johnson, who died in the events of Halo 3. So yeah, there you guys have it. Those are all the little glitches, secrets, Easter eggs, and little things in general that you might have missed in Halo Infinite, on the technical preview at least, that we thought were pretty interesting, wanted to show you guys. So yeah, hopefully in the final game there'll be a lot more stuff we can cover, but for now, that's basically it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, if you did, make sure to leave a like, leave thoughts and comments, and as always, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you all next time. Bye guys!